Madi, stay here on the floor. Please come also Koen, Ayman, Harald, Marco. I would like to know what you think about the training has been done till now, the gas training certification that we have done till now. 500,000 technicians been trained and certified in Europe. What do you think about what we've done in the past and what we are going to do in the future? You got questions? I would like to know your opinion about what is the future. Please. Davide Sabadin from EEB, European Environment Bureau.
Yes, thanks Marco, thanks for the nice introduction. I have a question actually for the panelists and a bit of a provocation, meaning that you said hands-on training, old style, that's how you learn, right? My question is, doubling heat pumps by 2025, 10 million heat pumps 2030, how can you possibly train hands-on people, these people, everyone else not here, across Europe, and attain these results? It seems a bit of an impossible mission. Can you avoid 3D or virtual training? That's my question.
No, you can avoid doing training. I think we need first mandatory certification. So get moving, and people get the training and certification. Also, would be nice to have funded training. Please, somebody else?
What we ask, resources. My first requirement is how to convince people not to work, but to learn. This means that we need to reduce the cost of education. First of all, financing it. There's no way out.
Yeah, and of course there's a big challenge for manufacturers also, which they have to produce more plug-and-play solutions to to reduce the workforce, and the transition to monoblock heat pumps also is going to help with a lower level of certification. So I think that's also needed. We need more people, more educated people, but also technical solutions that support that.
I would think one really important thing is just to get more trainers. I think one thing is that's the one of the challenging things. To get inspired people who, let's say, ignite other people to work in the field of refrigeration, in the field of natural refrigeration, and yeah, I think that's the one big thing to deal this challenge.
Thank you. I cannot speak on behalf of Europe, of course, but I would say that that's why we are engineers, to solve problems. So this is one problem that you have to think out, how to sort it out. This morning I heard that installing a heat pump requires 4 times the time needed for restoring a gas-fired system, a boiler system. So if this is a reality, then you have a problem to solve as an engineer, how to overcome this additional time needed from the technician and companies without putting burden to the consumer. So the second issue is, in my opinion, you have to rely on experience gained from the previous F-gas. What are the statistics and the impact assessment already generated from the F-gas implementation certification program previously? So you see where are the strengths, where are the gaps, and try to build on those strengths and sort out the gaps. So this is my advice, but I cannot get into the specifics of Europe, of course, like the expert here. Thank you.
Yes, other questions? Please. Someone else want to do some question about training in the past? Has been successful? What do you think? Chris from Prozon.
You mentioned about the experience from the previous legislation and previous programs for certification. I heard also that we should not train without asking for the tests and exams. But my experience is that we should not also exam without training, which is also part of the previous experience. And if we don't put those things together, we will be in a problem. So my experience is we have a flow of people to the industry to potentially, installing the heat pumps. But those people are flowing with the past of being plumbers, and they're getting a certification by going just through the exam that has nothing behind it, the paper. And if we try to do a quick number of certified people, we will have no qualified people at all. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not a joke, but we don't need paper certificated technicians. We need qualified technicians. This means that we have to start with the schools. We have to come back, find teachers, and go to the schools and teach them how to become good technicians, and to have even not paper laws, but concrete laws that enable us to work in the direction of a transition. Because otherwise, with paper laws, I call them as a joke, but with paper laws, we cannot cooperate with this trend.
Marco, we have a good example of gas certification. I think it's working fine with gas certification. We have increased competence, decreased leak checks. So I think we have a very good example to build on for alternative refrigerants.
Yes, and to log them in order to know what we are talking about, even in terms of numbers. Answering the question of Davide Sabadin, we have to log the number of people certified and to log their competence for any type of gas they're working with. This means that we have a lot of work, but we have good examples and good models.
Yes.
Even here in Italy, here in Italy. Thanks a lot.
Okay, and also heating contractors also used to make gas pipes. So, and that's why so they are used to be trained, used to be certified. In our country, at least, it is. But it's also the reason why we plead for more time. We need more time to train and to certify the whole workforce. And
one last question, okay. They say from the IT department. So, are you happy about the future of training and certification, how it is written now in the F-gas proposal? Are you happy? Do you want more? You want less? Are you okay? I don't ask you. I don't ask you. So, nobody wants to answer? You cover your hair. Criticize, please, criticize. Okay, so you are happy. If you want the presentation, please register. There is a paper coming out. Please register. We send you the presentation. And please see everyone at our reception, which is cocktail reception, which is at 5 o'clock at booth 9, 29. Yeah, see you in 1 hour. Thank you so much. Thank you to the speakers. Thank you, Madi. Thank you, Ayman. Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Coen, our president. And we are a very good team. Thank you, Aria.